so much. It has been such a long time since I got to sit here and chat with you. So long that I watched all 6 seasons of Sex and the City, the movies, plus Gossip Girl. It was a very unintentional break and I feel like a lot has happened. So before we get into this topic, let's catch up really quick because I don't want you to think that I just abandoned this whole thing. A couple months ago on vacation, I was on a trip and I took my camera with me because I wanted to film it for you guys, of course. When I got thrown into the pool with my backpack in that had my camera, RIP. I even took the camera in to see if it could get fixed. There was so much water damage. That was it. That was the end of that camera. Then I had family that came to visit and I just wanted to be so present during that time. Filming and editing literally takes hours upon hours upon hours. And I just wanted to be very intentional about the time that I spent with them while they were here. During that time, I also celebrated my birthday. So grateful. Thank you, God, for another year of life. And as you can see, I made a big change. Got a whole new look. I was on Pinterest scrolling one day. This haircut popped up on my feed. I booked my hair appointment from one day to the other and I have no regrets. I absolutely love it. I've gotten a lot of good feedback on it. I'm just loving like these blowouts. It's a very classy haircut and I'm just so excited to be starting this next chapter of my life with this look. One thing that has not changed though are these red manicures. They still have me in a chokehold, but I am such a firm believer and such a huge advocate for the red nail theory. Red nail polish suggests confidence, femininity, and sensuality. It never goes out of style and I just love everything that it represents. That's what I have been up to. I hope I don't have to go through one of those breaks again because you guys give me so much life and purpose being here with you. It sounds so crazy to say this, but how are there only 8 weeks left to go this year? I don't know about you, but every time that I realize that the year is coming to an end, I'm just like, where does time go? Maybe you have some huge things that you wanted to do for 2025 and now we're getting to the end of the year and you feel like you wanted to be more consistent or start a business and now you're realizing that you didn't exactly get there. First of all, give yourself grace, okay? You are not lazy, you're not behind, you are human. Guess what? The year is not over. These next 8 weeks still matter. You're not gonna let them go to waste because you might not get to where you want to be by the end of the year, but you will set yourself up for success for the following year. Do not wait until January to start living in your purpose. Start now and set everything in motion. I'm gonna tell you how I plan to make these next 8 weeks count. A lot of times we treat like the end of the year almost like a waiting room for the next year. Well, I didn't get to do what I wanted to this year, so I'm just gonna go ahead and wait till January to start everything that I want to do. You do not have to tell yourself that you are going to start fresh in January when you can do it now. Why wait for the new year to start becoming your best self? You can do that at any given moment and it is really up to you. You just need a decision, that one moment where you say, okay, I am done waiting. Just imagine how powerful it's going to be if you use these 8 weeks to build momentum. If you just sat down with yourself, you wrote those things that you wanted to achieve and you started working on them right now. Even if you don't reach all those goals by the end of the year, you're gonna walk into 2026 already in motion, forming those habits, putting those systems into place. And that is so iconic. So how do we do that? We start by reflecting, and you want to reflect without shame. It's so easy to fall into like this comparison or this guilt, not having what you want yet or not being where you want to be. Maybe you saw people online doing everything that you wanted to do this year and you just feel so behind. I get it. It can be a very disappointing feeling. But what I've learned is that comparison just keeps you so stuck. I thought I would have had 2 million subscribers by now. I started taking YouTube seriously this year, and I know I will get there one day, but I almost felt guilty taking those weeks off at first, just because of that guilt that, oh my god, like I'm not showing up, not being consistent. And really everything just happens for a reason, because who knows, if my camera would have never broken, then I would have still been filming while my family was here, and then maybe I wouldn't have been able to dedicate so much time to them. The quality time that I spent was so important to me. It is okay. I know I am back on YouTube and I will keep showing up. My million subscribers are coming to me very soon. That reflection is what's going to keep you moving forward. And there are some serious questions that you need to ask yourself. So what worked for you this year? And what didn't? What version of you showed up most days? A lot of times we have this version of ourselves that we want to be, but are your daily habits, the things you do constantly, are they aligning with this version of yourself that you envision? And after reflecting on those things, you want to ask yourself, who do I want to be in these next 8 weeks? Who do you want to show up as? You need to be so honest with yourself. What are you going to do to create that big change? Write that down. Release the shame, because holding on to that guilt is only holding you back. Just make sure that whatever it is that you're choosing, you're doing it because that's something you want to do, not because you saw somebody else do it. Somebody else has it. You'll only grow if it's something that you truly want for yourself, because at the end of the day, that's the only way that you are going to make time for it. You will make time for whatever you feel like it's worth it. And how do you create those changes? Because not everything is going to change from one day to the other. Most people need to start small. It is not about changing absolutely everything all at once. You just need to pick one thing to start with and start now. Whether it's one habit, one consistent routine, one intentional decision a day. And this will look different for everyone. It could be setting your alarm 30 minutes earlier, drinking a full glass of water as soon as you wake up, spending the first 10 minutes of your day visualizing who it is that you want to show up as. Like for my birthday month, I was completely out of my routine. First of all, I think I ate like 7 different birthday cakes, okay? I celebrated my birthday a lot. I was going out to eat. I was not working out like I normally would. Did I enjoy every minute of it? Yes. It's so easy to be lazy, to eat delicious, yummy, everything that you crave. It became very, very hard to get back into like a routine that I was happy with. And for me, I feel like I kept trying to wait for the perfect time to start again, to get back on track. Okay, I'll just wait until Monday. I'll just wait till next month. Like any excuse, because I was just so unmotivated. Last thing that I wanted to do was work out or eat another salad. I just knew like that didn't align with the highest version of myself. So I started small. I started with one thing because I remember that there was no perfect time. There's just now. So my one thing was to drink a cup of tea in the morning soon after I woke up. This was easy. I would do it in the morning, and I already felt like I had accomplished something very positive in the day. Once I got into a routine of doing that, then I added on my next one. Okay, I'm gonna read. I was not demanding that I read a whole full chapter, just one page. That's all I had to do. I had to make it easy for myself if I wanted to get back into the routine. Otherwise, I wasn't gonna make it happen. Then The hard part was really to get back into the gym. So I wasn't ready to do a full hour-and-a-half workout, intense weights. I said, okay, just go, just hop on the treadmill, 30 minutes, talk on the phone. Those 30 minutes will go by fast. That momentum is what slowly brought me back to life. I would do one thing until it became a habit and then added a new one when I was ready. And that is how you create big changes with just little tiny things throughout your day. So you should not be waiting until January to do all the things you love. I know everyone loves that new year, new me energy, and I know because I do too. It is great. But the problem is a new year, yes, will bring a bit of motivation, but that eventually is going to wear off. Motivation is temporary. Proving to yourself starting now that you are capable of doing hard things, it's going to raise your confidence levels. Starting now, you will continue that into the new year and you will do some monumental stuff in 2026 versus just waiting until the new year, doing it for just a few days, falling off, and then you go back into that cycle of self-pity and just feeling like nothing ever goes your way. So do yourself a favor and get into that rhythm now. But instead of like restarting later, you're just gonna be expanding what you already do. Do not wait for the calendar to give you permission to change. I read this ebook earlier this year and I fell so in love with it that I went ahead and got the physical version of it. The Mountain is You is about transforming self-sabotage into self-mastery, meaning that you are going to own your power and live in your purpose. This book has helped me so much. So let me read you this part that I feel like is so perfect for the next 8 weeks. When we have a goal, a dream, or a plan, there is no measure of intent. It is only whether you did it or you did not. Any other reason you offer for not showing up and doing the work is simply you stating that you prioritize the reason over your ultimate ambition, which means that it will always take precedence in your life. You may also be using excuses to help navigate away from uncomfortable feelings that are ultimately necessary for your growth. It is not how many days you wanted to show up for the gym, it's how many days you actually did. It's not how many days you wanted to eat a salad, it's how many days did you. To put it in simple words, you need to stop making excuses. At the end of the day, it's not, oh, I wish I could start a business. Did you start the business? The days of making excuses are over. Because let's face it, if it's important to you, you're gonna make time for it. If it's important, you're gonna prioritize it and get it done. So how will we make the next 8 weeks count? Simple. We're breaking it up into the first half and the second half. Weeks 1 through 4, you're gonna build your foundation. This is a time that you are going to use to make things a habit. And structure is what's going to really help you during this time. So a few things that you wanna focus on are gonna be like your morning routine. How you start your day sets the tone for the rest of the day. Prioritize your sleep schedule. Sleep affects your moods, affects your hormones, and it affects the decisions that you make throughout the day. Make sure you are getting those good hours of rest. Focus on your mindset. You need to establish who you're going to show up as. No more making excuses. You also want to look at your environment. How does your space feel? How does your room feel? How does your living room, your kitchen, how does your home feel? You need to declutter. Do you need to move furniture around? Make it inviting for you. And your environment also includes things like the people that you keep around, what you have playing in your TV. All those things are a factor. And you need to be very aware and very intentional about what you're consuming. Then you're gonna take the second half, those weeks 5 through 8, to build momentum. Lock in with your habits. We're gonna track our progress and finish the year off so strong. Discipline is gonna be built with just those small wins every single day. So by the time that January comes, you are going to be so aligned, confident, and ready to go even harder. So as crazy as it is that there is only 8 short weeks left until the new year, I just know we are gonna make the best of it. Instead of panicking or feeling discouraged, these next 8 weeks are going to be of opportunity. 8 weeks to prove to yourself that you can be consistent. 8 weeks to align with your purpose. 8 weeks to show up for you. We're not waiting anymore for January to live in our purpose. We're gonna start right now. We're gonna set everything in motion, because that version of you that you're becoming, she's waiting for you to take that first step today. What is the first thing that you are going to do? Let me know down in the comments how you plan on making the next 8 weeks count. Babes, I am so happy we are back. I am already excited to make things happen with you. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I give you a hug, because boy did I miss you. I will see you in the next video.